Thank you. Oh, it is hard. Sheesh. All right.
Welcome to Roncalli Girls Basketball on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Marian University, McDonald's, Steve's Flowers and Gifts, Beck's Service Center, Ortho Indy, Chick-fil-A, Harding Poorman Group, Glander Roachford Orthodontics, and the Roncalli High School Alumni Association. And now let's go to the gym and join the voice of Roncalli Athletics, Rob Brown.
And a pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Roncalli Girls Basketball here on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Rob Brown and Christian Sandoval with you tonight from the Vinny, the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium on the campus of Roncalli High School. And Roncalli's girls basketball team at home for the first time in a while. First home game for this Roncalli girls basketball team in almost a month. December 12th, the last home game for this team, and they come back in to the friendly confines with an 11-4 record, fresh off a split last weekend in the Plainfield Winter Classic. A win over Madison in the morning game, 42-27, but a loss in the championship game to Washington, 51-48. So Roncalli unable to defend its tournament title from last year, but Christian, no shame in losing to Washington as a top 30 team in the state, but I'm sure Roncalli would love to get back in the win column tonight.
Yeah, they really made a statement there, as you mentioned in the Washington game. Coming into this game, you want to be able to get less foul trouble, be able to manage to get some good open shots in there, as well as being able to get Franklin Central desperate to get some turnovers in so that Roncalli is able to manage to get an easier win rather than a close game that's possibly to lose this game.
Well, Roncalli comes into tonight's game having lost 3 of its last 4 games. On the surface, that would generally be cause for concern. However, all 3 of those losses, I should say, are to teams in the top 30. 2 of those teams are in the top 20 in the state in terms of Ben Davis and Lawrence North, and we mentioned Washington currently ranked 30th in the state computer poll. So no shame, Christian, losing to those types of teams, but really tonight starts kind of the home stretch. 7 games this month, 5 of them at home. The sectional starts the first week in February, so January is really the last month for girls basketball teams all over the state to kind of fine-tune themselves and get themselves ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, this really is pretty much, as you mentioned, home stretch. This is for like practicing for the sectionals, as you mentioned, and this should be a easy win for them tonight. The only loss, this is a streak of only 1, and compared to them, this should be lost a streak of a 5. So, as you mentioned, Roncalli should be able to start getting warmed up, ready for the sectional, so they come out strong and be able to compete for the teams in the sectionals.
Well, and certainly it has to be if you're on any athletic team, it doesn't matter if it's basketball or what have you, you go almost a month without playing a home game. It has to be nice to play even with a reduced crowd, to play in front of your fans in your gym in a familiar environment. That's got to count for something tonight in terms of Roncalli being familiar and a chance to knock down some shots.
Yeah, this is a huge advantage for them tonight, being able to get that mindset set ready and not be able to, when they're in the free throws, they don't get as much as nervous when they're away games, and being able to manage those shots here at the home game should be a lot easier than in an away game.
Well, as we do before each and every McDonald's pregame show, we caught up with Roncalli head coach Tim Gray to get his thoughts on the tournament on Saturday at Plainfield, the split, as well as the matchup tonight with Franklin Central, and just the general thought of that home stretch concept that Christian and I just talked about in terms of 7 games to go, 5 of them at home before the postseason starts. Here was our conversation with Coach Gray. We're here with Roncalli head coach Tim Gray. Roncalli back at home for the first time in a while, taking on Franklin Central tonight. First game after, first home game, I should say, after the new year. Before we get into the matchup, let's go back to Saturday. 2 games, you got to split. You beat Madison, lost to a very good Washington team. Both of those teams are top 70 Sagarin teams. Washington's a top 35 team. What were your overall takeaways for how your team played through those 2 games?
Yeah, I thought the first half of the Madison game came out a little bit stagnant offensively. We really challenged the girls at halftime to be patient and to run our stuff, and we came out and played really well in the second half. Washington was, probably the team of all 3 that we knew the least about. And they ended up being probably the most disciplined team we've played all year. They really challenged us to guard for long possessions, and they made us work offensively, which was, for us looking ahead, that's probably, the most tournament-ready team we've seen, so something we can really, really build off of.
We talked after the game Saturday night, after the Washington game. This is probably the only break in the schedule from here on out. You've got basically 2 games over a 2-week span, an opportunity to practice quite a bit. You've only got tonight's game and then next Tuesday here against Guerin before you go to Martinsville a week from Saturday. What sorts of things did you focus on in the lead up to tonight, and what might you focus on here in the next week and a half? Yeah,
we jumped on them a little bit on Monday and really said that we've got to figure out who we are and what we want to be. So we did some off the court stuff with that. And trying to decide, understanding who we are and what you bring to our team. We're still trying to figure those roles out, I guess, for, maybe 7, 8, and 9, and figuring out how deep we can be heading into the playoffs. So we challenged them. We really competed a little bit and got ourselves ready to go for tonight.
As a girls basketball coach, this is the postseason starts the first week in February. How much of January is an urgency month where you've got to really impress a sense of urgency on your team that this is our last month to really fine tune?
Yeah, there's a ton of that, and then I think with the fear of having to quarantine players and things of that nature, it makes it hit a little bit earlier too. A lot of teams have already done their senior nights and things, and you just start looking at what we're trying to get out of this for our seniors. It makes the urgency a little bit more.
Franklin Central, the opponent tonight, another team is trying to find itself. They went through an entire month of pause from mid-November to mid-December, so they've only played 9 games. They graduated an Indiana All-Star. They've got some other players out. What do you look for keys for tonight?
Well, I'm glad they graduated an Indiana All-Star because she was not fun to play against. But they play a lot of a real good man-to-man. They move the basketball, and they're gonna be disciplined as well for what they do. A little bit different than Washington, where they won't be as disciplined to get the ball into the post and run their stuff. But they're gonna challenge us to make sure that we run our offense and make sure we can communicate and talk defensively.
Roncalli taking on Franklin Central tonight. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Roncalli head coach Tim Gray. We're back after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Kate Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Trying to get a linebacker isolated on him. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. I think I'm gonna make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary ER or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital.
I work out every day. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 24. COVID won't kill me.
I have antibodies. COVID won't kill me.
It's been a long week. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 25. COVID won't kill me.
I'm partying outside. COVID won't kill me.
I don't need to wear a mask around my friends. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 23. COVID won't kill me.
If I haven't gotten it yet, COVID won't kill me.
I'm young. COVID won't kill me.
Famous last words. Don't let them be yours. Socially distance. Mask up, America.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back with you on the McDonald's pregame show. Roncalli taking on Franklin Central tonight. Before we get into deeper into the matchup tonight, let's go ahead and see what Christian has on his mind for tonight's keys to the game.
As I mentioned earlier, we want to be able to get in less foul trouble. We don't want to be able to get, for example, we don't want Maddie Bischoff to foul out of the game because it'll be real crucial for Roncalli tonight. And we want to be able to get a good open shot in. We don't want a shot that Franklin Central could block or that Franklin Central could potentially contest the shot and won't make it. So we want to be able to get a good look in a shot, get a few threes in, but not as much as threes as you know, we want threes that are good shots. We don't want a shot that Franklin Central can contest, as I mentioned earlier. And we want to be able to post up and get some good fouls in so that Franklin Central could foul out and be able to get this win much easier.
Well, and another thing, Christian, that we heard Tim Gray talk about was the rotation in terms of 7 games to go in the season. And this next stretch of games is a real opportunity for those players that are kind of between number 7 and 13 on the roster to present themselves as being worthy of being in that rotation in the playoffs when the rotation shortens and coaches typically only play 2 or 3 players off the bench.
Yeah, they really want to let coach know that, you know, I deserve to be in the starting lineup. I deserve to, you know, get some good more minutes in and not be as in the bench as much as I usually am. And, you know, being able to get some good shots in and be able to let coach know that, you know, I'm a good shooter and I'm a good post up and I let, you know, any opponent get a lot of turnovers than usual.
Well, we'll look forward to that. We're sorting through more than a few changes on this roster for Franklin Central, so I think we've got that pretty much straightened out. We will take a few minutes here, and starters are circled. We'll take a few minutes here and get you updated, or in mind rather, with a couple games that we're keeping an eye on for tonight. Light schedule around the area. Noblesville off to a very good start. That's a dangerous team in 4A in the northern half of the bracket, led by Ashlyn Shade, the best sophomore in the state and arguably the best player in the state. Good article about her in the Indy Star this week by Matthew Van Tryon. Noblesville's 12-3, taking on 8-4 Carmel. And the only other Circle City Conference team playing tonight is Chittard. Trojans on the road. They are 8-5, taking on a very good 11-3 Westfield team. Bishop Chittard will be here 2 weeks from tonight on the 20th, and it's quite possible, certainly if Roncalli is able to defeat Guerin Catholic next Tuesday night, that game against Chittard will likely decide the winner of the Circle City Conference. Both of those teams undefeated right now in conference play. Roncalli's just 2-0, but we'll play conference games against Garin Catholic next Tuesday night here. And then we mentioned the Chittard game on the 20th, and then we'll close out the conference schedule on the road at winless Covenant Christian on the 22nd of January. Tonight is the 54th meeting all-time between Roncalli and Franklin Central. Roncalli leads the all-time series 35-18 and has won 14 out of the 22 games played here. The team split last year. Franklin Central winning in the final girls varsity game played in the Woodshed. That was in the Marion County Tournament quarterfinal game on the 12th of December. Franklin Central won that game 53-50. Roncalli then won the regular season rematch at Franklin Central on the 8th of January, 66-42. Maddie Bischoff had 31 points to lead all scorers in that game. We're going to take our second and final break. When we come back on the other side, we'll have 11-4 Roncalli taking on 3-6 Franklin Central. And all of that is coming up next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Going to school, Chad. Oh, hold up, Brad. We didn't put our masks on. Good idea. Now let's go.
Don't be like Brad and Chad. Make sure you wear your mask over your nose and your mouth to prevent the spread of COVID. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus for more information.
Out every day. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 24. COVID won't kill me.
I have antibodies. COVID won't kill
It's
me.
been a long week. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 25. COVID won't kill me.
I'm partying outside. COVID won't kill
I
me.
don't need to wear a mask around my friends. COVID won't kill me.
I'm 23. COVID won't kill me.
If I haven't gotten it yet, COVID won't kill me.
I'm young. COVID won't kill me.
Famous last words. Don't let them be yours. Socially distance. Mask up, America.
High School. Rob Brown and Christian Sandoval with you tonight. Let's take a look at the lineups for tonight's contest. Maddie Bischoff being honored before we get going tonight. First game of the season, she became the 12th player in program history to cross 1,000 points. Right now sitting on 1,292 points. She ranks her 5th all-time in program scoring. So Maddie getting a nice round of applause from the fans here tonight, posing in front of 1,000 balloons. I should say the numbers 1000, not an actual like 1,000 balloons. That's a little bit of an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Franklin Central, the visitors tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lineups. First for the Flashes, 12 in the scorebook for them. And they will start the following. Abigail Steinhofer, 5'9", a sophomore, averaging a point per game. Maddie Finney, 5'7", a sophomore, averaging 1.5 points per game. Olivia Faust, a 6-foot junior, averaging 12 points per game. Madison Weaver, 5'10", senior, averaging 3 points per game. And Karis Wilson, 5'10", a freshman, averaging 6.5 points per game. Vince Sorbonne, the head coach, in his third year at Franklin Central, he's 20-38. 20 years overall, including a lengthy stint at Martinsville. He's 253 and 186. He is assisted by Nikki Sorbonne. For Roncalli, 13 available players tonight, and we'll start the same lineup we've seen the previous 6 games. That's 3 in the backcourt, led by the sophomore Sydney Horton, playing in her 40th varsity game. They've all been starts. Sid, a 5'7" sophomore, averaging 7.5 points per game. Savannah Bischoff, 5'8", a sophomore, coming off 2 straight double-figure scoring games. She averages 7 points per game. Maddie Bischoff, a 5'10" senior, averaging a team best 19.5 points per game. On the front line, the Carr twins. Sophie Carr, 5'10", a senior, averaging 5.5 points per game. And Abby Carr, the 5'10" senior, averaging 3.5 points per game. Tim Gray, the head coach in his first season, 11-4 is his record, assisted by Rachel Parker, Morgan Clifford, and Ladarius Mathis. JV team winning earlier tonight, Roncalli's 50-34. Good to see Coach Jason Sims back with the program. He had to step away for a little bit due to some illness issues, but he was back on the bench tonight. Veteran officiating crew tonight, Tim Cartwright, our crew chief, out there with Jason Ferguson and Warner Mackey. Roncalli in the home whites with the red Roncalli block lettering and red numerals, and the royal blue trim. Franklin Central in the royal blue road uniforms. The white block flashes lettering and white numerals and the black trim. We're set to go. Sophie Carr to jump it up against Madison Weaver. A couple seniors. Roncalli going left to right in this first half. Away from its bench toward the west goal. Tim Cartwright's in center circle, and we're underway. The tip is in the air, and the tip is controlled in the forecourt by Abby Carr. Shovels to Sydney Horton. Man-to-man for Franklin Central to start. Horton gives to Savannah Bischoff. She's in the paint. Shovels to Sophie Carr, takes it to the rim, draws a quick foul on Steinhofer. That's her first, and the team's first. Sophie Carr right to the rim and right to the foul line, 13 seconds in. Boy, that's Roncalli has had just 2 games, Christian, in the last 6 where they've made at least 10 free throws. So one way to get some easy points is to get to the foul line.
Yeah.
Have to knock them down, though, as Sophie rattles out the first one. Roncalli as a team shooting 59% from the line. Second one rolls good. And Sophie puts Roncalli on the board. Full court pressure by Roncalli. Faust brings it up. Takes it to the left wing. Out front, Wilson. She's played by Savannah Bischoff. Bounce to Steinhofer at the top. Faust pops out. Over to Finney. Finney handles. Drives into the lane with the left hand. Leaves it for Steinhofer. Back to Finney on the left arc. Looking inside. Horton pressures. Now Weaver. Top of the circle to Wilson. Popping out to get it. Finney puts up a 3 over Horton. That's no good off the back of the rim. Took an extra kick. And the rebound run down the corner by Sophie Carr. Horton crosses up to the foul line. Left side, Savannah Bischoff. High arcing 3 short. I think it's partially blocked. Rebounded by Sophie Carr. She spins and misses the putback. Abby Carr clears. Swings it out to Maddie Bischoff. Maddie through the lane. Gets to the rim. Put it up and in.
Nice cut there.
Offensive rebounding helping Roncalli get a bucket there. 2 offensive rebounds on the possession. First bucket for Maddie. Wilson cut off on a drive. Turnaround shot from 10. Spins out. Rebounded by Maddie Bischoff. Maddie quickly into the paint. Kicks to Savannah Bischoff. Right side. High arcing 3. Bang! She got it. Boy, that was a rainbow, Christian.
Rainbow.
Oh, man. Savannah Bischoff for 3. She was 5 out of 11 from the three-point line at Plainfield on Saturday. 3 by Wilson the other end, rims out. Rebound is pulled out of there by Abby Carr. Here comes Sydney Horton on the push. Up the left side, all the way to the rim. She flipped it up, no. And the rebound grabbed by Franklin Central. It's a good take the other way. Franklin Central sets it up. Roncalli up 6-0. Steinhofer right side. Out top, Weaver. Wilson pressured by Sophie Carr. Down the block, post pass is deflected, anticipated, and knocked away. Here comes Maddie Bischoff off the feed from Savannah Bischoff. Ooh, shot blocked. And Maddie Bischoff steals it right back. She puts it up, no, but draws a foul. And shoots 2. That foul on Steinhofer, her second. Team's second. Steinhofer's second foul. That sends Laura Fisher to the scorer's table. Maddie Bischoff shoots 2. Franklin Central's brought a full complement of cheerleaders here tonight.
The whole band. Oh,
I count 14 of them on the baseline there. Bischoff misses the first free throw. Ainsley Newitt steps in, 5'7" junior for Roncalli, replacing Abby Carr, and Laura Fisher is in for Steinhofer. Maddie hits the second free throw. She has 3. And it's 7-0 Roncalli. Pressure in the backcourt and stolen by Sophie Carr. Thrown right to her. Sophie to the basket, put it up and in, and draws the foul. Well, the defense, you talked about it, Christian, in the pregame. Roncalli trying to speed Franklin Central up, and the defense has resulted in some easy baskets.
Yeah, that's was a really good defense there. Make them get more the pressure and led them to a timeout and more turnovers to make this game more easier.
Full timeout call by Franklin Central before Sophie Carr shoots this free throw. We'll take one as well. 9-0 our score, 5:14 to go, first quarter. We're back right after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. For Roncalli here in the first quarter, 9-0 our score. On top of Franklin Central, 5:14 left in the first quarter. Happy you're with us on a Wednesday night. First of 2 broadcasts for us this week. We'll be back with you on Friday night. The boys host Cathedral in a big rivalry game. Same locations for the feed. Video feed on the Roncalli YouTube channel. Audio feed on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. Foul went to Madison Weaver as we went to break. Sophie Carr shoots a free throw. Knocks it down. 3-point play complete, and the lead is 10-0. Wilson through the double team at midcourt, now in the lane. Runs right into Sophie Carr, tied up on the way up, but a foul called on Sophie Carr. Her first and the team's first. Ooh, they gave Wilson a shooting foul there. I thought she was passing, but no. Wilson shoots 2. Trying to snap the Roncalli run, and the first free throw is good. Karis Wilson, the freshman. Second one up. That one is short, and the rebound run down by Sophie Carr. 10-1 the score. 3 minutes into the first quarter. Sydney Horton out between the circles. Takes the dribble into the paint, leaves it for Ainsley Newitt in the corner. Out to Savannah Bischoff, another 3. That one's off the rim to the right. Rebound run down in the corner by Newitt. Maddie Bischoff resets, attacks to the rim. Left hand, flip up and in. 5 for Maddie here in the first quarter, and the lead is 11. 12-1 the score. Wilson, right side. In the corner, Fisher, her first touch. Off the bench, got away with a walk. In the corner, quick jumper up and short from 12 by Weaver. Here comes Roncalli the other way. Maddie Bischoff, stop and go drive. Down the baseline, floater short. Rebounded by Weaver. And fouled by Maddie in the deep backcourt. That's Maddie's first and the team's second, rather. Christian, I really like, though, how aggressive Roncalli is getting to the rim. They're not settling for threes.
Yeah, they wanted to make that, they wanted to attack sure so that they were to get a much easier shot than probably would have been like 3-1 right now, much shorter game than usual.
And another steal off the pressure. Sophie Carr leaves it for Maddie Bischoff, and she lays it in. That's 3 layups Roncalli has gotten tonight off the pressure. And the lead is 13, 14-1. Here comes Faust into the forecourt. Wilson gives to Faust on the give and go. Nice cut, but Faust missed the layup. And Maddie Bischoff has the rebound. Maddie bumped at the timeline by Wilson and fouled. Wilson's first, team's fourth. Jordan Hendricks comes on. 5'7" sophomore, and Abby Carr is back in as well. So let's set the lineups for Roncalli. Halter's in. Emma Halter. Horton, Jordan Hendricks, Abby Carr, and Newitt. The 5 on the floor for Roncalli. 14-1 the score. 3:40 left, first quarter. Horton backing down at the elbow. Leaves for Newitt on the left wing. Ainsley takes the dribble out front. Cut off at the foul line, falling away. Air ball short, rebounded by Abby Carr. She put it up too strong, and the rebound hauled out of there by Weaver. Wilson waits at the timeline. On the wing, Finney. Floats it back cross court to Wilson. Thought about a 3, down the lane, attacks the basket, missed the layup, rebounded by Abby Carr. Outlet ahead to Newitt. She waits for Horton. Cross court find to Hendricks. Hendricks in the lane, back to Horton for 3. Spot up, off the rim, to the right. Rebound run down the corner by Halter. Abby Carr resets. Horton between the circles. Inside 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Halter looked at a 3, now into the paint. Back to Abby Carr. She attacks to the basket, put it up high off the backboard, missed off the rim, kicked off, and rebound is loose on the floor, picked up by Horton. Sydney brings it back out. Harassed by the defense in the corner, swings it out to Halter. Hendricks on the wing, into the lane, leaves it back out to Abby Carr. Looks at 3, to the rim, foul from behind, no call. Rebound knocked free, Hendricks got it, her shot's blocked. Halter puts it up, no, and it's finally grabbed by Weaver. That was a wild exchange down there. Roncalli getting several shots at the rim. Back the other way, a 3 is missed by Faust. And Halter has the rebound, and she traveled trying to get out of the pressure. And even though that last exchange, Christian, Roncalli came up empty, did not score, I like that they're continuing to attack the basket.
Yeah, they're not really just shooting threes and getting Franklin Central to get the rebound. They're attacking more and getting them to get more chance of making a shot.
Runner in the lane is missed by Finney. Here comes Horton the other way with the Roncalli rebound. Goes behind the back with the dribble. Lost the handle, got too far with it, and off the inline out of bounds. Sydney got going a little too fast and turned it over. 1:48 left. Here in the first quarter, Roncalli leads 14-1. Trying to hold Franklin Central without a field goal in this first quarter. Wilson feeds in deep. Shot is up and in by Faust. Right as I say that, Franklin Central makes its first basket of the ball game. 14-3 the score. Hendricks into the paint. No space to drive. Backs it back out. Halter, 3 behind a screen. That's long. Rebound run down by Finney. Pass ahead. Up the floor to Fisher. Cut off by Newitt. Back to Finney. Jumper straight away is short. Air ball. And Roncalli watches it go off the inline. And get it back with 1:09 left in the quarter. Horton needs a break. She looks a little gassed. Maddie Bischoff steps back in. 1:09 left in the period. 14-3 Roncalli lead. Right side, Halter. Feeds Newitt in the right block. Newitt backs down. Cut off and turns and draws a foul on Finney. That's good patience that time by Newitt to wait and see what she had.
Yeah.
Not just automatically. So many times, Christian, you see a player catch that ball in the post, and if it's not there initially, they just throw it right back out.
Yeah.
Sophie Carr returns. Hendricks off the inbound, top side. Left hand dribbling to the foul line. Leaves it for Sophie Carr at the left point. Sophie elbow jumper on the pull-up is long off the back of the rim. Wilson, a nice block out, takes the rebound up the floor for Franklin Central. On the wing to Fisher. Her three-pointer's blocked by Sophie Carr. Fisher saves it right to Maddie Bischoff. Jordan Hendricks leaking out. Ball knocked free to Halter. Bounce across the paint to Jordan. She's fouled, and she shoots two with 34 seconds left in the quarter. Maddie Finney with the foul, her second, team 6. Hendricks fouled in the act. Shoots two. 34 and 3/10 seconds to go in the quarter. Roncalli leads by 11. Hendricks a 46% free throw shooter. First one in and out. Now Roncalli in this first quarter, 3 out of 6 from the foul line. One more for Hendricks. Up and in. First point of the night for Jordan. 15-3 the score. Wilson against the congestion at midcourt. Attacks the right side. Pushes off on Sophie Carr. Got to the rim. Missed the layup. Rebounded by Halter. Finds Maddie Bischoff out front. Maddie, stop and go drive to the basket. Put it up and in with the left hand. 9 points for Maddie in the first quarter. And the lead is 14. Final 10 seconds of this first quarter. Wilson out the volleyball line with 8. Now driving to the right side with 7. Hand checked on her way to the rim by Hendricks. And a foul called on Hendricks with 4 and 8/10 seconds to go. 17-3 the score. Roncalli on top. Weaver inbounding baseline right. Now they'll put it in on the far sideline.
Wilson looked like she wasn't feeling too good earlier.
Weaver into foul. She hoists up a 3. That's off the back of the rim. And the wait for the buzzer, and that'll do it. So Roncalli holds Franklin Central to only 1 field goal in that first quarter. As a result, it's a 17-3 Roncalli advantage as we head to the second quarter. Stay tuned, it's next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Christian Sandoval back with you at the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium on the campus of Roncalli High School. Southside rivalry for you tonight, Roncalli and Franklin Central. And after one quarter, it's all Roncalli, leading 17-3. 14-point lead is Roncalli's biggest. Maddie Bischoff with 9 points to lead Roncalli. 2 points for Olivia Faust for Franklin Central. And Christian, in that first quarter, what did you see from Roncalli that you liked?
I really liked the patience on how on the offensive end they were really looking for the I guess the open women, I should say, and seeing if to attack and getting them to the free throw line. Even though in the first quarter they were 4 for 7, but they were still able to manage to take advantage of the free throws.
Well, as we start this, Central has the ball, and Karis Wilson aggressively attacking, driving, and drawing a foul on Roncalli.
Wilson needs to try to pass the ball. She's really just attacking on her own and not really passing it to her teammates.
But right now, she's the only Franklin Central player really that's aggressive, trying to make something happen. So you give her some points for that.
Like all of them are stuck on the three-point line.
Errant pass out to the timeline. Wilson stepped on the timeline to try and save it. So they save it. So the over and back violation gives it back to Roncalli. Set the lineups for you for Roncalli. Hendricks, Abby Carr, Newitt, Maddie and Savannah Bischoff. Maddie Bischoff lost the handle. The ball squirts up in the air to Fisher. Out there with Wilson, Faust, Quick jumper the other way by Rebecca Ruley, who's into the game. She missed it, but the offensive rebound stays at the Franklin Central end. Wilson high dribbling in the paint, puts up a shot off the board and in from 8. Oh my.
I think that should have been a foul. There's lots of contact there.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on Abby Carr there for an and one.
There's lots of fouls that are not being called.
Maddie Bischoff holds left arc. Into the lane, stumbling, got to the rim and finished it anyway. Collected herself and finished. Maddie into double figures with 11, and it's 19-5.
Impressive work by Maddie.
3-on-2, deflection and steal. Maddie catches, turns, shoots, it rims out from 8 on the hit ahead.
Whoa.
Weaver grabs the rebound, and Jordan Hendricks fouled her. That is team foul 5 on Roncalli. Second on Jordan. Claire Lindsay is in for the first time tonight. First time we've seen Claire. Her first action in 5 games at the varsity level. Certainly played extensive JV minutes. Sydney Horton returns as well. Bischoff and Hendricks have a seat for Roncalli. Maddie Bischoff. Franklin Central ball after the Roncalli foul. The Roncalli lead is 14, 19-5. Finney top of the circle, looking inside, instead gives right wing to Ruley. Ruley, a 5'4" junior, number 4 on your screen. Those of you watching along with us tonight. Weaver fumbled. Got it back to Ruley at the volleyball line straight away. 2 minutes gone, second quarter. Fisher to Faust. Faust, the only double-figure scorer available tonight for Franklin Central. Raya Kinser, their 19-point-a-game scorer, not available. Step back corner jumper by Faust is over the rim, but rebound goes right to Ruley, and she draws a foul. Roncalli fell asleep, and the foul is on Horton.
Franklin Central really wanted a long shot. They weren't attacking at all. They were looking for either a mid-range open shot or a three-pointer. They weren't attacking at all.
Well, but defensively, if you force an air ball, you got to get the rebound.
Yeah.
And close out the possession. Ruley's first free throw is short. 5:40 left in the first half. Roncalli leads by 14. Each team with a basket here in the first 2.5 minutes of this second quarter. One more for Ruley. That one's good. Just the 4th varsity game for Ruley. It's her first point of the season. Lindsay, bounce out front to Horton. Left side, Savannah Bischoff. Look to the 3. No space to shoot over the taller Faust. Horton faked a 3, into the paint. Back to Newitt. She attacks the baseline. Got in too deep in a double team, is tied up. And the arrow favors Roncalli, so we stay at the home end. Good thought by Newitt. She just drove herself into too much traffic there. On the inbound, Horton. Nice post feed to Abby Carr. Good fake, shot off the glass and in.
Nice shot there.
Well, that's what you've talked about, Christian, patience.
Yeah.
She just waited, the pump fake, created the space. She knocked it down. Ruley on the baseline, open from 18, knocks it down. Rebecca Ruley hitting a couple shots here. One from the free throw line and a jumper from the corner. Horton gets all the way to the rim, missed it too strong. And the rebound cleared out of there by Faust for Franklin Central. Weaver gives to Fisher. To Faust. Pull-up shot from the foul line over Savannah Bischoff, rolls off. One-hand rebound grab by Lindsay. She bounces ahead to Savannah Bischoff. To Sydney Horton trailing. Sydney left alone for 3. Bang! She got it. Sydney Horton's been red hot from 3. It's her first 3 of the night. Second Roncalli 3 of the game, and the lead is 16, 24-8. Ooh. Left side 3 by Fisher is long off the back of the rim, but the rebound is grabbed in traffic, but then knocked free. Horton took it away from Finney. Tim Gray wants time.
Timeout, yeah.
30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and stay right here with 4:01 left in the first half. And Roncalli leading on the Beck Service Center scoreboard, 24-8. And Christian, as we get halfway through the second quarter here in Roncalli up 16, Franklin Central's found their rhythm a little bit more offensively in this second quarter and been able to, what would you attribute that to, you think?
Yeah, really has been doing a really good job. She was getting a good streak going in, as well as Wilson. She's been doing pretty good as well. But just the Roncalli defense is just really just making them struggle. But they just need to calm themselves a little bit, not rush the shots, because you can get Roncalli the defensive end, and you'll get a much harder chance.
Halter has it on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Lindsay. Lindsay crosses up Wilson down the baseline, back out. Maddie Bischoff out front. Step back for three. Off the back of the rim, too hard. Rebounded by Halter. Bounce to Savannah Bischoff from 12, and she knocks it down.
Good look.
Second chance opportunities. Roncalli scoring off the offensive rebounds. That sets up the pressure. Fisher's doubled in the backcourt and was about to turn it over. Vince Sorbonne knew it, so he calls timeout. What does they have? 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here with Roncalli up 18, 26-8, 3:26 to go here in the first half.
At Marian University, you will meet students who are tomorrow's leaders in their chosen professions. You'll also find a welcoming campus that is small enough to provide you with individual attention from nationally and internationally recognized faculty, and big enough to help you to get the experience and the connections you need for career success. Go Knights!
Well, that's Christian Sandoval. I'm Rob Brown. Stefan Welsh handling all of our things video related tonight. One-man show. Across the way. Just how we like it. Chris Strakowski, our PA guy tonight, celebrating a birthday. So we come back to action. Wilson, a nice drive down the right side of the lane. She scoops it up and in with her right hand. Wilson with 4 in the quarter, 5 in the game. 26-10. Left side Halter for 3. That's long. And the rebound is knocked loose. Fisher saves it with a nice hustle. To Adeline Barlow, number 11, who's into the ball game for the first time tonight. 5'9" sophomore. Faust feeds the post, and Maddie Bischoff pokes it away. Here comes Lindsay with the loose ball. Brings the dribble back out to Newitt out front. Back to Lindsay on the wing. Lindsay into the paint, splits the double team, flipped it up too hard. Rebounded by Faust. Here comes Wilson. Wilson had her pocket picked by Halter. Halter on the run. 2-on-1. Shot blocked by Faust and a foul. Ooh, I don't know. That looked pretty clean. Maybe body?
Yeah.
Looked like she got the shot clean. Maybe she got her with the body. Faust the foul, her first, team 7. Halter was in the act of shooting, so she gets 2 regardless. 2:23 left in the half. Emma Halter shoots 2. First one up, too strong. Well, Roncalli 4 for 8 from the foul line. Weaver and Maddie Finney are back in for Franklin Central. Sydney Horton returns for Roncalli for Claire Lindsay. Halter makes the second free throw. 27-10 our score. 2:20 left, first half. Faust brings it across the forecourt on the back end of the pressure. Newitt stops her at the rim, so Faust turns and shoots and banks it in from 10. Newitt, right arc for 3. Almost banked it in, rebound by Halter. Savannah Bischoff back to Halter for a spot-up jumper on the baseline, good. Well, earlier in the quarter, it was Halter setting up Savannah Bischoff for a jump shot. Savannah returns the favor, 29-12. Kick out to Faust. Nice pass underneath to Weaver, and she puts it up and in. A lot more confidence, Christian, on the offensive end for Franklin Central in the second quarter.
Coach let them know, calm down and get some good looks so that you're able to get a good lead in.
And they've chipped away at Roncalli's lead. It's down to 15. Newitt, jumper straight away, in and out from 18. Rebound one-handed by Wilson. 1:15 left in the half. Roncalli's up 15. Baseline jumper is off the rim by Barlow, her first shot of the night. Maddie Bischoff takes the rebound the other way. 1:05 to go in the half. Maddie stop-and-go drive, leans and lays it in with the left hand.
I believe that Franklin Central should start putting more pressure on Maddie because she's getting, I guess, easy layups in that is leading them to a farther away game.
Really getting to the rim with ease. Wilson tries a three out front. Oh. That's good. Oh, my. Wilson with 7. She's an impressive-looking freshman, Christian.
Yeah.
I like how she's handled herself here in this first half. She has a team-high 8 points. 31-17. Savannah Bischoff drives to the foul line. Nothing there. Pulls it back out. Maddie Bischoff with it right wing. 20 seconds to go in the half. Maddie spins in a double team, cut off to Newitt. Back to Maddie Bischoff, top of the circle. Drives again, slithers inside and draws a foul at the rim with 12.5 seconds to go. That foul is on Weaver, her second. Team 8. Maddie fouled in the act of shooting. First free throw's up and in. Claire Lindsay's back in for Roncalli, replacing Ainsley Newitt. 32-17. One more for Bischoff. Maddie knocks it down. 6 points in the quarter, 15 in the ball game to lead all scores. Final 10 seconds. Down low, and Lindsay overplaying. Up the back of Faust, called for the foul. That's team foul 7, so that's a bonus situation. Claire's first foul, but the team's 7th, so Faust shoots a 1-and-1 for Franklin Central with 5 seconds to go in the half. Faust a 43% free throw shooter. First one up and in. Franklin Central scored just 3 points in the first quarter. Matched Roncalli almost point for point here in the second quarter. Free throw up and in. Faust hits them both. She has 6. 3 seconds to go. Horton on the push. Left corner halter for 3. It's short. And that will do it. But Franklin Central outscores Roncalli in the second quarter. Actually ties Roncalli. Each team with 16 points in that second quarter. As a result, Roncalli takes a 14-point lead, 33-19, into the halftime break. Stay tuned. Christian and I will step out for 1 minute. When we come back, we'll have all the particulars on the Beck Service Center halftime show coming up next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back with you on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network. Roncalli leads Franklin Central at the half in girls basketball action tonight, 33-19 our score. Let's look at how the first half unfolded. Roncalli never trailed in the first 16 minutes. 10-0 Roncalli run to start the quarter, and then a Franklin start the game, I should say. Then Franklin Central free throw, 4 more Roncalli points before Franklin Central got its only field goal of the half. So 17-3, Roncalli advantage after 1 quarter. But then Franklin Central showing some momentum offensively in that second quarter. Matched Roncalli essentially point for point in the second quarter. Roncalli's lead would peak at 18, 26-8. But Franklin Central able to cut it down to 14 here by the break. Each team with 16 points in that second quarter. Maddie Bischoff has 15 points to lead all scorers. 9 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second. Karis Wilson has 8 points to lead Franco Central, the freshman. She had 7 of her 8 in the second quarter. So much more impressive offensive second quarter, Christian, for Franco Central. But all in all, a solid first half for Roncalli.
Yeah, the defense is what really got them in the first half. They were able to manage to get the defensive rebounds as well. They weren't in foul trouble as much as Franklin Central was, which is really, really good. A good start for them. But they have to do the same thing again in the second half and be able to get in less foul trouble. As Coach mentioned in the beginning, we wanted to get a good offensive shot, and we did get some good shots in. We saw them get a few mid-range shots in, as well as a few threes, which were good threes. They weren't like bad threes. So let's see what we can push more into the second half.
Well, I think Coach Gray would always prefer threes that come off the ball going inside to suck the defense in versus quick threes early in the possession. And Roncalli's done a much better job of that, not settling for early threes and instead trying to get to the rim.
Yeah, it was much better for them to, as you mentioned, not shoot threes in the beginning, because it would have been a lot closer games for Franklin Central to make the lead. But we had Maddie Bischoff go off in the first half, which was good for them with the free throws, and as well as the layups we got in there, and which led to the lead. And as you mentioned, the second quarter, we did hit a few threes, but it was good for them to have a shoot threes when they have a lead, because you don't want them to be like a 3-point lead or a 2-point lead with a shooting lots of threes, because it would be bad for Roncalli. But it's the more the lead, try shooting more threes so that I guess you would able to try connecting them more.
Well, 33-19 our score. Roncalli leads by 14. We'll take a break and come back. When we do, we'll have your first half totals. Coming up next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Do life, not laundry. Milto Cleaners.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
A protein-packed breakfast sandwich is a lower-calorie menu option made with our breakfast.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back with you at Roncalli High School. Roncalli leads Franco Central 33-19 at the break. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's first half totals. Christian has those.
For Franklin Central tonight, Rulli had 3. We had Faust with 6, Weaver with 2, Wilson with 8, and then we had Wilson with the 1 3-pointer tonight, and Franklin Central was 4 for 6 from the free throw line. And then for Roncalli tonight, we had Hendricks with 1, Bischoff with 5, Carr with 3, Carr with 4, Halter with 3, Horton with 3, and then Bischoff with 15. And then we had 2 3-pointers tonight, and we were 7 for 11 from the first half.
So Roncalli leads by 14, has never trailed in the first half, led by as much as 18. We'll see how the final 2 quarters unfolds. We'll take our second break, pausing for 2 minutes. When we come back, third quarter's around the corner after this on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Trying to get a linebacker isolated on him. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. I think I'm gonna make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary, ER, or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
So you think you can beat a train? Well, think again. While trains can appear to be slow-moving, they can easily cause injuries or death. You must slow down and yield at all railroad crossings. Attempting to beat the train puts yourself and others at risk. According to the Federal Railroad Administration, there were over 2,200 railroad crossing collisions in the United States last year, resulting in 293 deaths. Don't be a statistic. Look, listen, and live. So you think
high school in providing sources of assistance.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back with you. Second half about to unfold here at Roncalli High School. Girls basketball action on a Wednesday night. Happy you're with us. Roncalli leading Franco Central 33-19. Again, we'll be back with you on Friday night for boys basketball action. Cathedral comes calling, the number 6 ranked team in the state, 8-1, winners of 5 in a row, taking on Michael Wantz's Roncalli team. It's 4-3. And won its most recent game. That was a Saturday afternoon affair at Shortridge. Roncalli won by 12, 59-47. Original starters breaking the huddle for Roncalli. Sydney Horton, Maddie and Savannah Bischoff, Abby and Sophie Carr. Franco Central with the basketball to start the second half has its original starters on the floor as well. Finney, Faust, Weaver, Wilson, and Steinhofer. Franklin Central moving toward its bench in this second half, left to right, toward the west goal here at the Vinnie. Wilson, down low to Faust, turning and shooting over Bischoff. It's missed, rebounded by Maddie Bischoff. Savannah Bischoff on the contest. Maddie pull up straight away, too strong from 18. And the rebound grab by Weaver.
Now Franklin Central starting to look who's open and try to attack more.
Bounce left side to Weaver. Down low to Faust, turning, shooting, and rolled it off. No good from 15, but Weaver rebounds. Missed it short. Rebound is kicked to the corner and picked up by Roncalli. Here comes Horton on the push. Jams on the breaks out front. Right side, Maddie Bischoff. Swings it out front to Abby Carr. On the wing, Sydney Horton. Sydney regroups out front. Taking her time with the dribble. Savannah Bischoff back to Horton. Abby Carr left corner. Franklin Central in a 2-3 zone for the first time tonight. Abby pulls up and shoots a corner jumper good.
Good look.
Well, Franklin Central Christian is going to play the 2-3 zone. You're going to get different looks, and you're going to have to shoot some threes at some point.
Yeah.
Faust dribbles to the right baseline. Pressured by Savannah Bischoff. Back out front, Wilson. Wilson attacks right side. Got away with a palm down the baseline. Sophie Carr bodies up and fouls. It's the second foul on Sophie. Wilson heads to the line for 2. Sophie's third foul. Team's first. Wilson shoots 2. First one's up, and it's too strong. Kicks off the rim. I really like the aggressive level, though, of the freshman Karis Wilson.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. She really is aggressive. She's probably the most aggressive of the team, and she's really doing a good job trying to be aggressive, trying to get some fouls in as Abby Carr got that foul in, and possibly try to get Maddie Bischoff to foul out maybe if she starts to get more aggressive to her.
Ball knocked off the end line by Franklin Central's 2-3 zone. And with Raya Kinser, their leading scorer at 19 a game, unavailable tonight, somebody's got to score.
Yeah,
She's taking it upon herself. Has 9 points. Corner 3 off the inbound for Maddie Bischoff. That's no good on the front of the rim. Rebound grab by Weaver.
Oh.
And lingering in the backcourt, Maddie Bischoff with a steal. Saves it out toward midcourt, grabbed by Sophie Carr. Sophie in the congestion, pokes it over to Maddie Bischoff. Maddie splits a double team through the lane, put it up and drew a foul. Might have gotten away with a walk there. Vince Sorbonne, the Franklin Central coach, certainly thought so, but that foul goes to Wilson, her second, team first, and Maddie Bischoff shoots 2. A wild scramble there that results in a Maddie Bischoff free throw. 5:56 left in the third quarter. Maddie Bischoff, first one up and in, second one up and in. She has 17 to lead all scorers. And the Roncalli lead is 17, 37-20. Fouls top side, played by Savannah Bischoff. Left side driving, backs Savannah Bischoff down. Now she's doubled, splits it, and is fouled. Savannah thought she had a deflection. Instead, she takes the foul, her first. Team second. And Faust to the line for 2.
Now Franklin starting to attack more now, which is better.
Oh, Faust with Raya Kinser unavailable. Faust is the only double-figure scorer in uniform tonight. Comes in averaging 12 a game. Missed the first free throw short. Second one up, that one's good. 7 points for Faust. Has a season high 18 against Center Grove earlier this year. 37-21. Horton's pass is deflected out of bounds. 2-3 zone for the Flashes here to start this third quarter. Far side, Sophie Carr into Horton. Horton back to Savannah Bischoff, fumbled it. Back over to Horton. And down to Sophie Carr at the foul line, kicks to Maddie Bischoff for 3. Bang! She got it. First 3 of the night for Maddie Bischoff, and that ties the record for 158th career 3. That ties the record, held by Sarah Hurley. Next 3 for Maddie, gives her the all-time career 3 leader. Maddie has a steal. To the basket, attacks and draws a foul. Shoots 2 with 5:03 left in the third.
Maddie's just unstoppable. You can't really do anything.
Well, she's going to get more 3 looks if Franklin Central continues to play that 2-3 zone. Faust takes the foul, her second, team's second. And Maddie Bischoff shoots 2.
No good.
First one no good. Tori Candler stepping in tonight. First time we've seen her. 5'9", the junior. Maddie is 5 out of 7, make it 6 of 8 from the line. She splits the pair. Lead is 20, biggest lead of the night for Roncalli. And Maddie has 21 points in the ball game. Wilson left arc, fakes 3. Over to Fisher, or Steinhofer rather. No space for Finney to drive. To Wilson on the left baseline, into the paint. Scoops through, and the shot is deflected off the inline by Abby Carr. Stays with Franklin Central. Wilson, inbound, deflected, and stolen by Savannah Bischoff. She brings it up the floor to Abby Carr. Abby to the basket, missed the shot. Her footwork got a little off kilter, and she missed it. Here comes Faust the other way. Faust picks up her dribble, gets it right back from Weaver on the give and go. Deflects to Steinhofer. Over to Wilson. Back to Faust, high right. She hands to Finney, up tight is Horton. Wilson holds. Cross-court pass to Weaver, steps into a 3 that's short. Rebound grabbed on the floor by Candler.
The pressure.
Here comes Horton, hits it up the floor to Savannah Bischoff, to Abby Carr. And Horton makes her move and travels, initiating from the top. Rebecca Ruley's back in for Franklin Central. First time we've seen her in the second half. And Laura Fisher also comes in. Ruley had 3 points off the bench in the second quarter. Steinhofer and Finney have a seat. 3:54 to go, third quarter. Roncalli's lead is 20, biggest of the night. Left side, Fisher takes a look in deep. Instead, Ruley has it on the left wing. Weaver to Faust, gets a screen, pops up, foul line jumper, around and out, rebounded by Savannah Bischoff. Outlets ahead to Maddie Bischoff. Maddie backs it out against the congestion. Fakes a three, all the way to the basket. Put it in with the right hand. Vince Sorbonne is beside himself as Maddie Bischoff has 8 points in the quarter, 23 in the game, and a timeout called. 30-second timeout call. Will stay here. 3:22 to go in the third quarter. Roncalli leads on the Beck Service Center scoreboard, 43-21.
To ensure vibrant and long-lasting life, Jockish flowers are always freshly cut and chilled. They're consistently offered quality and beauty in each hand-picked arrangement that leaves their shop. Visit them at 2636 Southeast Street or call 784-1614 to order your arrangement today. That's our friends at Jockish Flowers.
Well, we look across the way from us. They're in the front row with his legs crossed down there in the corner. Chris Jokic. Good to see him tonight in the building. 43-21 our score. Roncalli leads by 22, biggest lead of the night. Maddie Bischoff has 8 points in the quarter and 23 in the ball game. Ainsley Newitt has come in during that timeout, replacing Abby Carr. Faust, jumper partially blocked by Candler, and she grabs the rebound, does Candler. Horton up the floor, Maddie Bischoff in the left corner. Faust closed out, Maddie down the lane, reverse layup up and in. She got to the bucket and put it up and in. Boy, Maddie going to work. She has 10 in the quarter, 25 in the game. Wilson's shot at the rim is missed and rebounded by Horton. Sydney leads for Newitt. Left side, Savannah Bischoff. Maddie Bischoff curls in the lane, takes the pass, puts it up and in on a nice cut with the left hand. Oh my. All Maddie Bischoff here in the quarter. 12 points in the quarter, 27 in the game. It's a 10-0 Roncalli run. Faust three is an air ball over the rim. Fisher tries to save it and can't. And it goes back to Roncalli with 2:14 left in the third. Emma Halter checks in. Maddie Bischoff checks out. What a display by Maddie Bischoff here in this quarter. She has outscored Franklin Central by herself, 12-2. Horton between the circles. Into the lane, got all the way to the rim, put it up in the left hand. Sydney Horton, her first two-pointer.
There's not really much pressure made in the defensive end. They're just really giving him an open layup.
Well, you can see why Vince Sorbonne is so frustrated.
Yeah.
The Franklin Central defense has kind of come undone here in this third quarter. And the pass is errant over the hand of Faust and off the end line back to Roncalli. Jordan Hendricks steps in. And Madison Monday, number 30 on your screen, has come in tonight. First time we've seen her in for Franklin Central. Inside, 100 seconds to go in this third quarter. And Roncalli leads by 28. Hendricks tried to bounce to Newitt, cutting back door. Errant pass rolls right to Horton. Possession continues. Sydney dumps it into Halter. No space to shoot over the taller Weaver. Candler into the paint. Throws up a shot in a double team and draws a foul from 10 feet in the lane. Torrey shoots two with 1:20 to go in the third. That foul is on Fisher. Her first and the team's third. Now Torrey Candler looking for her first points of the night. Free throws up and in. Claire Lindsay returns. First points for Torrey since December the 18th. Maddie Finney is in, as is Steinhofer. And Candler rolls both the free throws good. 51-21. This is a 14-0 Roncalli run. Franklin Central has not scored in 4.5 minutes. As the third quarter winds down. Steinhofer can't handle the errant pass. It goes through her hands into the scorer's table and out of bounds. Claire Lindsay handling the point for Roncalli for this final minute 7 of the third. Left wing Hendricks into the paint. Puts up a shot that's blocked by Steinhofer. Lindsay tries to save it, but throws it right to Faust. Faust up the right side. Newitt's back to cut her off. Monday to Finney. In the corner, Fisher wants it. Puts up a three that's good. Laura Fisher for three. Her fourth of the season. That stops Roncalli's run at 14-0. 51-24. Final 40 seconds of the third quarter. Hendricks. Left side, Claire Lindsay. Into the paint. Leaves for Candler. Three out front. Bang! She got it. Tori Candler. 5 straight points for Roncalli. And the lead is back to 30. Final 20 seconds of the third. 54-24. Fisher to Faust at the right elbow with 9. Faust with 6. Looks at the clock out front. Right side Steinhofer. Pass into Faust. Turns and shoots from 10. Got it to beat the buzzer. Olivia Faust flips it in right before the third quarter horn. But it's all Roncalli in the third quarter. In that third quarter, it's a 21-7 Roncalli advantage. And the lead is 28, 54-26. As we head to the final 8 minutes. Stay tuned. It's right up next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back with you. 54-26. Roncalli leads this one. As we head to the final 8 minutes, Maddie Bischoff with 27 points to lead all scorers. Franklin Central led by Olivia Faust and Karis Wilson. They each have 9. But it was all Maddie Bischoff, Christian, in that third quarter. Maddie had 12 points, outscoring Franklin Central by herself 12-7.
Yeah, they really wouldn't stop Maddie Bischoff at all.
Jordan Hendricks all the way to the bucket. She puts it up and in on a nice drive. First field goal of the night for Jordan. She has 3. And it's 56-26. Steinhofer out front. Long 2 just inside the line.
Quick shot.
Steinhofer's first 2 of the night. 58-28. Lindsay kicks right side to Hendricks for 3. Bang! She got it. Jordan Hendricks.
Good look.
And now Jordan has hit a 3-pointer off the bench in 6 straight games. That's difficult to do when you're playing off the bench exclusively.
Yeah.
Lindsay with a hand check out front, called for a foul, her second. And the team's third. Kate Lehner is in for the first time tonight, number 5 for those of you watching on the video. The 5'5" junior. Steinhofer has her pass deflected and knocked loose. Hendricks picks up the loose ball at midcourt, but a nice steal by Finney to get in the passing lane. She'll take it to the other end and lay it in. First 2 for Maddie Finney. 59-28. Playing out this final 8 minutes. Hendricks in the right corner. Monday closed out. Knew it, too much traffic in the lane to shoot, trying to get it back out of there. And does to Lehner. Candler forced to pass into Lehner. She's fouled on the catch. See where the Franklin Central foul goes. Couple of defenders there. Steinhofer takes the foul, her third. Team's fourth. Lindsay on the inbound. In the lane, back down, nothing there, back out to Candler. Right side, Lehner. Candler in the left corner, looking inside. Bounce to Lehner. Kate has an avenue, instead gives to Newitt. Roncalli being very patient, working it around the horn. Hendricks takes the dribble back out to Lindsay between the circles. 6 minutes to go. Lindsay leaves for Candler, left side three. Bang! She got it. Oh, Tori Candler loading up, has a season high 8 off the bench. She has shot it with confidence here in the second half, Christian.
Yeah, making a statement to coach.
Yeah, we talked about that at the top of the broadcast. Those bench players trying to make a name for themselves here in this last month, that they need to be in the postseason rotation. Candler certainly making that case tonight. Wilson got in the lane, drew a foul on Newitt on her way to the goal. Flipped it in, but it will not count. Jason Ferguson has the foul on Newitt, her first, team fourth. 62-30. Biggest Roncalli lead of the game, 32 points. Faust to Finney, top of the key. Monday over to Wilson. Wilson fumbled, got it back. Resets. Forced a pass in traffic to Faust that Roncalli steals away. Newitt hands to Lindsay. Candler, another three. That might have been a heat check three right there.
Yeah.
That was a quick one. And missed it off the back of the rim. Wilson. Faust puts up a three over Lindsay, Lehner that's missed. Lindsay rebounds. Lindsay up the floor. Threw it back to Lehner. Ball knocked free on the errant pass. Now Wilson ahead of the field. Lehner giving chase. Candler rather, and Wilson lays it in. Karish Wilson with 11. First Franklin Central player to get to double figures. 62-32. Another steal. This time it's Faust. Takes it to the right side, puts it up and in. Faust with 11. Roncalli turning it over the last two possession. Lehner, dribble handoff to Hendricks. Jordan cut off in the lane, she traveled.
Oh.
So 3 straight turnovers. You can tell down by Tim Gray's body language that he is not pleased. Halter's back in. First time we've seen Kaylee Rohrman, number 10, on your screen. Rohrman's back in.
Oh.
Errant pass out of bounds. Franklin Central turns it over. And Taylor Turk stepping in for the first time tonight. The freshman, number 35. Chris Cherkowski announcing that as somebody other than who it is. Lindsay got to the baseline, missed the turnaround. Here comes Franklin Central the other way. Faust controls, backs down Halter, kicks it back out. Reload in the corner. Halter up tight on Faust. Faust hands to Wilson. She drives on Lindsay, draws a foul on her way to the goal. That's a 2-shot foul with 3:30 to go. Lindsay's foul, her third, team fifth. And Karis Wilson shoots 2. With 3:30 to go. All that's left to do is to sort out the final score of this one. Wilson's first free throw is too strong. Franklin Central 6 of 11 tonight from the line. Roncalli is 12 out of 17. So Roncalli plus 6 from the foul line tonight. Second one up by Wilson, rattles good. She has 12. One short of her season high. 62-35. Down to Candler in the block. Turnaround shot blocked by Barlow. Candler rebounds. Lindsay's cut off. Finds Turk for a spot up. Good. Taylor Turk. Her first varsity points. on the spot-up 8-footer. 64-35. And a foul drawn by Franklin Central the other way on Candler. Takes the foul. Her first, team 6. Heaven Thompson coming in. So now all 8 players available on the bench have entered the game for Roncalli. Heaven Thompson, number 55 on your screen. That foul called on the floor.
Here's a good possession where you can let coach know that, let him know that you're a good player and that, get more time in for the game.
Yeah, Roncalli has 3 freshmen on the floor here to close this game out with Lindsay, Turk, and Thompson. Out there with a couple juniors in Lehner and Candler. Number 3, Kayla Paris, is checked into the game for Franklin Central. Down the baseline, Barlow cut off. Had it knocked free, got it back. Candler pressures. Barlow shovels it in deep and is flipped up too strong by Weaver and rebounded by Lindsay. She's up the floor, she's down the lane. Gives to Candler for a spot up 3. Bang! She got it again. Tori Candler, her 3rd 3 of the game. She's got a career high 11. First double-figure scoring game of Tori Candler's varsity career.
Unreal.
She has shot it with confidence. Wilson got away with a double dribble, fouled by Lindsay in the paint. That's team foul 7. 4th on Claire. And so Wilson shoots 1 and 1 as that's team foul 7. 2:20 to go. Roncalli up 32. Tori Candler with 3 threes in this second half. Wilson shoots a 1 and 1. She is 3 out of 6 from the line in this ball game. First one up and in. 2:20 left. 67-36. Warner Mackey bounces the basketball to Wilson. Wilson flies the second one. That one's short on the front rim, but Finney got the rebound. Knocked free. Finney comes out with it. In the corner, baseline jumper by Barlow is long, and the rebound is batted off the inline by Wilson. Back to Roncalli. 67-36 our score. 2:12 to go in this one.
Franklin Central is really just desperately starting to shoot a shot up. They're not really looking for a good shot anymore at this point.
Heaven Thompson open for a 3 out front. Bang! She got it. So Heaven Thompson and Taylor Turk each with their first varsity points tonight. The freshman off the bench. Heaven knocks in a 3. It's the 4th 3 in the quarter for Roncalli. 1:40 to go. 70-36. Finney drives left side on Turk, puts it up and in off the backboard. Maddie Finney with a runner. 70-38. Tim Gray would prefer that Roncalli not shoot anymore. Lindsay instead puts it up from 10. It rolls off the rim, rebounded by Wilson. Yeah. She had it knocked free by Turk. And Turk waits for help. Gives to Lehner. Thompson tries another 3. Bang! She got it again. Heaven Thompson. Why not? 73-38. It's a 35-point lead, biggest of the night. So Heaven Thompson, the freshman's hit 2 straight 3s. Final minute. Down the baseline, cut off. Barlow in a double team, throws it right to Lindsay. She's got a steal. Bounce to Lehner. Kate all the way to the goal. Put it up, put it in. So 12 different Roncalli players have scored tonight, and the lead is 37. Finney's runners over the rim and missed, rebounded by Candler. Tim Gray would prefer that no more shots. He holds up 2 hands to Lindsay. And Lehner holds the dribble. Takes it to the corner. Needs a teammate. Finds Turk out front. Turk looks at the clock. 15 seconds to go. Now hands to Candler. Torrey over to Lehner. Lehner waits for the horn, and that'll do it. That'll do it. So a good bounce back win for the home team as Roncalli returns home for the first time in a month and gets back in the win column with a 75-38 win over its Southside rival, the Franklin Central Flashes.
12-4.
12-4 now the record. We'll step out for 2 minutes. When we come back, Christian and I will tell you all about it on tonight's Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show. It's next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
Indianapolis and Greenwood Florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis.
Do life, not laundry. Milto Cleaners.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back with you on the Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show. Roncalli defeats Franklin Central tonight by the score of 75-38. Let's take a look at how the game unfolded. Roncalli never trailed tonight, started the game on a 10-0 run and led 17-13 after, or 17-3 rather, after one quarter. Second quarter was Franklin Central's best offensive quarter of the night, matched Roncalli point for point. Each team was 16 in the second, and Roncalli led 33-16. At the half, the third quarter, Roncalli pulled away thanks to Maddie Bischoff. Maddie had 12 of her 27 in the quarter. The 21-7 Roncalli advantage in the period. Roncalli led 54-26 after three. In the fourth quarter, Roncalli would open it up even further. 5 3-pointers from Roncalli in that final quarter, all of them coming from players off the bench. It's another 21-point quarter for Roncalli. 21-12 was the scoring advantage in the fourth. Roncalli's biggest lead was the final margin, 37 against a 75-38 Roncalli win. Maddie Bischoff led Roncalli and led all scorers with 27 points. Karis Wilson, the freshman for Franklin Central, had a season-high tying 13, but very impressive offensive outing tonight. Christian, Roncalli scoring its highest point total in over a month. You got to go back to a 79-point effort against Beech Grove back on the 8th of December. So a game that Tim Gray and the team can feel very good about heading into next week.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier about the bench, he really liked how we had Candler with the 3 3-point shots there, which were really, really good, and as well as having Maddie Bischoff go off, which was really good as well. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, we have to get ready for sectionals. This is a good warm-up to get this momentum going so that we're able to succeed in the sectionals. But overall, great win for Roncalli, and the defensive end as well. They were really, we had Franklin Central get desperate for turnovers, which was crucial for them. And yeah, great win for Roncalli.
Well, you mentioned Maddie Bischoff going off. It was nice to see her be aggressive and get to the basket, get to the foul line. The 27 points tonight were her second highest total of the season. You have to go back to the second game of the year when she had 34 against Pike. That's the only other time she scored as many points as she had tonight. So a good offensive effort from Maddie, and a good offensive effort all the way around for Roncalli as they defeat Fraggle Central 75-38. We're going to take our first and only break here on the postgame show. When we come back, Christian and I will run down the totals. We'll hand out our player of the game. We'll talk with Coach Gray. We'll do all that next on the Ascension St. Vincent Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Trying to get a linebacker isolated on him. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. They have to make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary ER or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval, back with you for the final time on the Steve's Flowers and Guest postgame show. Roncalli defeats Franklin Central by the score of 75-38. We're joined now, right off the top, by head coach Tim Gray. Coach, first of all, what does this win do for your team in terms of clearing the decks, maybe getting past the three tough losses in the last couple weeks you've gone through to kind of come home, put the home whites on for the first time this month, and get a win where everybody gets involved?
We've played well and hard in those 3 games, and to lose 3 by a total of 5 points, it kind of leaves that bad taste in your mouth. So to come and have the opportunity to get home in a true home game, which we haven't had in forever, it feels good.
You talked at the top about trying to speed the game up a little bit, but really it seemed like the game tilted early on when your team decided to get to the rim. Was that a conscious effort tonight to try and get to the rim early and not settle for those early threes?
Yeah, we've been stressing that for a while now. I think back to earlier in the season, Heritage Christian, we shot 23s in the first half, and since that time we've said we've got to be better about attacking and letting shots come to us off that penetration. So if we can get ourselves to the line and start making some free throws, we can be dangerous.
Well, first off, great win, Coach. And second, what do you think about your bench players tonight? How do you think their overall performance was?
I thought they brought good energy for us, and we'll have to be a little bit better defensively that way, but we came in and did the things we asked them to. Emma brings energy as always. Jordan played well in her second stretch there. Tori Candler shot the ball really well coming off the bench, and those are things that we're just continuing to try to find those pieces, so it's nice to see some of them take advantage of the opportunity they got tonight.
Well, and we talked, you mentioned it a little bit in the pregame show, and Christian and I kind of went back to that theme off and on during the game, and certainly in the last quarter and a half when the bench players were in there exclusively, that this last 7 games, counting tonight's game of the regular season, really is a chance for all of those players, 7 through 13, 14, to audition for spots in your rotation as the bench shortens, as it does for every coach in the postseason.
Yeah, that's been a big stress as we've been talking to our girls for the last couple games. That our JV Red team is now finished. That they've got girls that want to come up and practice with us, and JV Blue's going to start tightening their rotation down, and we have to do the same. So you've got to take advantage of the opportunities you get, whether that be in practice or game time, if you're wanting to be on the floor. Today, our pregame word was investment, and we're talking about investing, and that you invest in yourself, and your paycheck is earned by you, not by your employer. So, if you want that time, go get it.
Coach, we appreciate you taking a few minutes for us, and we'll catch up with you here next week.
All right, thank you.
That's Roncalli head coach Tim Gray. We appreciate him taking a few minutes for us here on the post-game show. We'll stay here as we've got tonight's final totals. Christian has those.
For Franklin Central tonight, we had Rulli with 3, Fisher with 3, Steinhofer with 2. We had Faust with 11, Weaver with 2, Wilson with 13, and Franklin Central in total tonight, they had 2 3-pointers, and they were 8 for 13 from the free throw line. And then for Roncalli tonight, we had 2 threes, and we were 12 for 17 for the free throw line. We had Leonard with 2, Hendricks with 6, Bischoff with 5, Sophie Carr with 4, Abby Carr with 4, Halter with 3, Horton with 5, and then we had Bischoff with 27 points, and then we had Candler with 11, and then we had Turk with 2, and then we had Thompson with 6.
Well, I think, Christian, maybe the most impressive thing about the three-point shooting tonight, Roncalli hitting 9. So that's now, if you go back through the last several games, that's now 3 straight games in which Roncalli has hit at least 7, and the 9 is the 4th highest single-game total this season. But the thing that's impressive, I think, about the three-point shooting tonight is that you had 9 threes spread out among 6 different players. You had 6 different players make threes tonight, and the starters, Maddie Bischoff and Sydney Horton, only hit 2. So the bench hit 7 threes tonight. And as Coach Gray mentioned, you get that kind of production, that kind of shooting from your bench, boy, it's going to be awfully difficult to stop Roncalli here down the stretch.
Yeah, really, it's just all about getting, for Roncalli, more pressure for them in order to get them to lead at turnovers, because obviously we had Candler with 3 3-pointers, and then we had Bischoff go off as well. So they really needed to trap more Roncalli in order for them to get turnovers. And yeah, that was just an explosive 3-point shooting everywhere.
Well, we talk about Maddie Bischoff, and that's a nice transition into tonight's Ortho Indy star of the game. It is indeed the senior Maddie Bischoff, who had 27 points, her second highest total of the season. 9 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second, a key 12 in the third. She did not play in the fourth quarter en route to those 27 points. So Maddie Bischoff, the senior, who also hit a 3 to tie the career three-point shooting three-pointers made record, originally set by Sarah Hurley back in 1992 through 1996. Next 3 by Maddie. Presumably in the next game. We'll give her the record solely, but she ties the record tonight. So a big night for Maddie, and she is tonight's Ortho Indy star of the game.
At Ortho Indy, their mission is to provide the highest quality, comprehensive bone, joint, spine, and muscle care to patients throughout the Midwest, the United States, and around the world. From diagnosis through recovery, their team is ready to get you back in action. Choose Ortho Indy to be your official orthopedic provider.
Well, we update the records now. Franklin Central, with the loss tonight, has dropped its 5th straight game, falls to 3-7 on the season, 1-4 away from home. Flashes will be right back at it on Friday night, so not much rest. They're back at it in 48 hours with a conference road game at Westfield. Westfield, a very good team. Meanwhile, Roncalli improves to, as Christian said, 12-4, 6-1 here at home. And Roncalli will not be in action again until next Tuesday night when they play Guerin here at home in a conference game. We'll have that game for you here 7:15 with the pregame 7:30, the tip time. And with the win tonight, Roncalli improves its advantage in the all-time series with Franklin Central to 36 wins versus 18 losses. Roncalli's won 15 of the 23 games played here. 13-8 is Roncalli at Franklin Central, and won 8 of the 10 games on neutral court. So a very solid win tonight, Christian, for Roncalli. Before we say goodnight and wrap this one up, we'll remind you our broadcast notes. We'll be back at it Friday night with the boys' game at 7:30, the tip time here at Roncalli, as Roncalli hosts Cathedral. Pre-game show at 7:15. You can watch the game on Roncalli's YouTube channel or listen to the game on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. You can also listen to the game over the air if you're in Central Indiana on CBS Sports 1430. All of that coming at 7:15. Connor Mahoney will be alongside for that one. But back to tonight, Christian, a very solid, just kind of seemed like a kind of a clear-the-page win for Roncalli to get past those 3 tough losses and kind of head into the home stretch here. And it's a good, solid win, this 37-point win to start that stretch.
Yeah, this was a really good game to get in their mindset to act like, okay, we're going to come into this game, we're going to do the same thing as we did for Franklin Central tonight. We're going to beat them by 30. Obviously, we won't take much threes because we don't know if they're going to go in or not. But if they're a good open shot 3, try to shoot it. And as well as we did today, that we got Franklin Central into a little bit of much foul trouble, but we were able to get in the free throw line and connect those shots.
Well, and good teams when they have, and this is true whether it's high school, college, or the pros, good teams, when they have a significant advantage on paper against another team, the good teams put those teams away early and don't let them hang around and give them hope that there's a comeback there, and Roncalli did that tonight.
Yeah, even though they had a big lead, they were still continuing to look for who was open, and the defense, they just didn't give up. Obviously, if like the fourth quarter, they would just give up because, they think they would win. But, they kept continuing. They kept the pace going with the defense, as well as looking for who was open to connect those shots, and which led to them to give them a big win.
So we'll have our next broadcast Friday night as Roncalli takes on Cathedral on the boys' side. I hope you can join us then. Tonight's game has been a production of the Roncalli Media Network. The executive producer is Gary Armbruster. Our technical director is Darla Coop. Our booth announcer is Rachel Brown. For my partner, Christian Sandoval, I'm Rob Brown. Again, our final tonight from Roncalli. Girls basketball team improves to 12-4. The 75-38 win. Also want to thank Stefan Welsh handling everything on the video side for us tonight. Doing a great job. He'll be back with us on Friday as well. So on behalf of our entire Roncalli Media Network crew team, it's been Rob Brown saying so long, everybody.